children in Burma is malnourished. 1 in 3 children go to bed in Burma every single night of their lives hungry, and their parents sit and worry and wonder about them. And yet, this is a country where 40% of their GDP is spent on the military. And where there is, of course, a wealth of resources. They have gas, they have oil, they have gems, they have timber. There is no reason for a single child in Burma to be hungry. But the junta don't care about the people of Burma. And frankly, the international community is doing little more than expressing concern and offering words of encouragement. What we want now, and what I'm hopeful after our very good meeting with Gordon Brown this morning, is that we will now see a serious push for international trade and investment sanctions, because it is that investment which is funding that army in Burma. And we look to our Prime Minister to ensure that there is action. He has always worked hard on international issues. Now he can and must turn his attention to Burma. So must India, so must China, who are hungry for Burma's vast offshore gas fields and oil. And they, of course, are colluding. They are collaborators with the Burmese regime. They are providing them with rocket launchers, with fighter aircraft, with guided missile attack craft, and all of this also, of course, with armed personnel carriers which are now intimidating and terrorizing the people on the streets of Burma. China buys Burmese timber and remorselessly exploits that very precious resource that Burma has. Thailand pays 1.2 billion a year in cash to the regime in Burma. And Russia plans to build, of all things, a nuclear reactor. My God, who would build a nuclear reactor in Burma if they had any notion of the need for safety? To say that nothing can be done is a lie. Now is time for an investment ban and a ban on imports, which are, of course, the earners, the big earners for the regime. We must clearly see US trade sanctions as a model, as a template for us in Europe to follow. And let's, of course, reject the pathetic excuse from Total that if they leave the country, other companies less respectful and ethical will come in. Frankly, that is self-seeking rubbish. All of those who do business in Burma are the lifeblood of that odious regime, who are hunkered down in the jungle. They're too afraid to be even near their own people. The collaborators call it constructive engagement. Well, if that is murder of innocent people and jailing of innocent people, then this engagement is clearly an absolute failure. All this engagement is doing is lining the very large pockets of the military junta. The pools of blood on the floors of the monasteries tell a terrible tale. And the heart of the protest today, at our heart, is the suffering of the women, the children and the men of Burma, and the continuing oppression of the ethnic national groups in Burma. The struggle will go on, but we will not and we will never lose sight of the need for all of us across the world to remember the images that we saw on our television screens and in our newspaper. And the story that I read about a 15-year-old monk being beaten to death by a rifle butt. Those are the things we must keep in our mind, we must remember. Or the senior monk who said, We cannot turn back now. Whether it takes a year or more, we will not stop. However long it takes, we will not stop supporting you in Burma. And friends, the day will come as it came for South Africa, when Aung San Suu Kyi, the democratic leader, the rightful democratic leader of Burma, will walk right out of that ramshackle house on University Road, and she will be met and she will be greeted by her friends and her allies and the people of Burma who love her. Then we know that truly a democratic dawn will have broken over Burma, and that there will be peace, there will be justice, and there will be security for all you Burmese and all your families to live freely. Today, we honour and encourage the people of Burma, and we give our heartfelt solidarity to you all, and we honour you.